Thank you for visiting my channel, Thinking Like a Virtuous Woman, where I inspire women to think like the woman in Proverbs 31, spiritually, financially, and also relationally. So today I'm responding to a question that I received from a young lady who watches my channel, and it's actually a two-part question. So I'm going to take a few minutes to answer the first one, and then I'll answer the second one. So the first question she wanted to know was how to get over a heartbreak if you work with the person. Now, she actually asked me this question in response to my video, how to get over a broken heart. Now, if you haven't watched that video, I suggest you watch that video first if you're in this situation or in a similar situation, and I will link that below in the description box, and I'll also put it up here somewhere so you can check that out. But my advice is pretty much still the same. Definitely do all those things that I suggested in that video, which was making sure you take time to heal, don't seek out a rebound, focus on things you love, find the good in the breakup. So definitely do all those things. Now, when it comes to somebody that you work with, the thing about having a breakup with somebody you work with is that you have to see them, right? Especially if you work in close proximity. So my advice is to just be cordial. If you see him, don't cause a scene. If he speaks, say hello back. I would just, keep my distance. If this is somebody who you only see at certain times, maybe you only see him at lunchtime, or if you go into a certain department. Years ago, I had a situation where I was dating somebody that I worked with. Things didn't work out, and it was awkward seeing him at work. But the only time I saw him is if I needed to go into his department. So if this is someone that you don't have to see, the only way you will see him, maybe at lunchtime, you see him by the microwave, or maybe just certain areas you have to go in and see him, I would just avoid those areas if you can. If this is somebody that you work closely with, I don't know if it's possible to get a transfer or things like that. The type of field that I work in, I'm able to request a transfer. If I'm working with someone and things are not quite working out, we can kind of maneuver in that way at work. But I don't know if you're working in that type of situation where you're working directly with him, and you may want to request a transfer, so that way you're not working so closely with him. So I hope that helps. Definitely, people who are watching, please feel free to leave your advice at the bottom of this video in the comment section. And then the other part of your question was how to stop a sexual relationship, how to break it to someone that you want to stop a sexual relationship. Now, in your question, you didn't specify whether this was the same person. Now, if this is the same person who broke your heart, if this is the co-worker that broke your heart, definitely you want to cut that off, period. He does not need any explanation. You don't want to continue to sleep with this person, and your feelings get more and more involved, ultimately causing you to get hurt even more. So if this is that same person, cut it right now. You don't owe him any explanation. Just cut it off, block him, follow the advice that I gave in that other video. Do that now. Now, if this is someone different, and maybe you're in a sexual relationship and you want to stop having sex with that person for whatever reason, maybe you're turning your life around, you want to stop, having sex with him, whatever that reason is, I definitely suggest you have a conversation with him. I would not ghost him. I wouldn't try to avoid him thinking that, oh, if I avoid him, it'll just go away. He won't want to do it anymore. Because if you guys have had a sexual relationship, eventually he's going to want to see you again, so you guys can continue on with that relationship. So I would just be honest with him. You can pay attention to how he responds. If he tells you like, look, I can't do this, I don't want to be in a relationship in which there is no sexual activity going on, well, at least you know that this person is not for you. But whatever the case, I would just have the conversation with him. Do not avoid him. Do not just cut him off if this is someone that you want to continue to see. Now, you didn't specify in your question why you wanted to cut off your sexual relationship with him. Now, if that's somebody, again, that you just don't want to be with anymore, definitely communicate that to him. But if this is somebody that you want to continue to be with, however, maybe you're making a change in your life and you want to just remove that part of the relationship, but you want to continue to get to know him. And if you tell him this and he's on board, he's willing to, he wants to do it too. He wants to take sex out of the relationship and continue to see you, then you guys are just going to have to set boundaries, and however that looks for you. So if you have to stop being alone, if you have to only, I know we're in the middle of a pandemic and we can't go too many places right now, but maybe, only see each other during the day when someone's home, or out at a park or something like that, then you're going to have to do that. Maybe not kissing anymore, not getting very close like you used to do. So however that looks for you, these are things that you're going to have to put into place if you are serious about cutting the sexual relationship off. So I hope that answer was helpful to you as well. Again, those of you who are watching this video, if you have any advice for this young lady, please leave it down in the comments. And if you have a question, a video suggestion, or prayer request, please email me at thinkinglikeavirtuouswoman@gmail.com. Thank you again for visiting my channel. Be blessed.